goal. That is a dream goal.
They found it. They finally found the goal they were looking for.
What a finish that is. Do not scratch your eyes. This is really happening.
Hello and welcome to Roosevelt Island, or as the weather suggests, Ireland. Just kidding, we're here in New York and we are live on Roosevelt Island at the Jack McManus Octagon Field for this APSL Metropolitan Conference match between the Central Park Rangers and the New York International Football Club. The Lions play host to the Central Park Rangers. As we check the walkout, we will also check the standings. Going to the table, which has not been updated. We are still looking for the result from Nyack. We'll get it in a second if we can. Will be important for CPR. But as it stands, the Greek Americans, Lansdowne and Hoboken sit in the top three positions. Pancyprian Freedom, Doxa, Richmond, Ledos, and then in 8th place, these New York International FC Lions on 15 points. They are hoping to shore up defensively and improve that minus 22 goal differential, stay ahead of Vistula Garfield. CPR rounds out the bottom of the table on only 8 points with a minus 34 goal differential. They will definitely be hoping to come away with their first points of the spring season. New York International also looking for their first win of the spring season. Perhaps their best result of the entire year so far was their 2-2 draw against the Greek Americans. That was earlier in the spring. Ahmed Abatsa, who will be joining us presumably a bit later, was a massive part of that match.
Nyack got a stoppage time, 3-2.
Okay, so we do have news that Nyack scored in stoppage time. 3-2 the final result. That puts them on to 15 points. They jump Zoom Schneider, and they jump Vistula Garfield as well, tying New York International. So this match for both of these squads becoming that much more important in the relegation battle and the fight for relevancy for New York International. Lineups here as we get into the match, awaiting the referee's whistle to begin things. Gary Philpott starts in net. He will be joined by Aaron Ford and Oscar Champagnol as the center back duo. Christoph Kuttner will lead the line. He was a winter signing from Columbia University. 3 goals on the season so far, and he has made he has a signature finish so far of coming down this near side, bullying his defender away from him and sliding it home through on goal. Mel Pierre-Louis rejoins the New York International Lions after an incredible Division II campaign, then joining the USL. I think he had like 20-something goals in that Division II year. Unbelievable. Eric Taneda starts. Saad Afif captains the side. He is joined in the midfield by Maurice Vermeulen, Elliot Popkovitz, Enza Sane, and Freddie Atamang, who is on the ball here off the header from Christoph Kuttner. The high pressure immediately coming to the aid of the New York International Lions. Goal kick for CPR. Rashawn Best starts in net, and he will look to begin the build-out for the Central Park Rangers. Atamang puts the pressure on. That one just high of Jonathan Lima. And International recovers possession. Throw for Lima. Clever touch there. Selden, once again losing possession there. So back in possession with the Lions. This is Eric Taneda. Vying for, and stern clearance there from Ford. Doesn't matter, it was a free kick for a high boot against Taneda. So here is Philpott to distribute. Aaron Ford was a call up from the from the second team, plays in the Division 2 of the Cosmopolitan Soccer League, and has since that been a mainstay with this APSL side. Made the best of his opportunity and is now the defensive anchor in front of Gary Philpott. One in the middle, kind of unconvincingly, but it will give Kuttner something to chase after, right into the hands of Rashawn Best, off of Cardoso, his center back. Out to Omasanya. Omasanya trying to find, and does so. A one touch from Wheaton Shop. Selden gives up for Lima. Here's Wheaton Shop. This ball is going to slip and skip all over the place today. It's not a downpour, but just that little bit of rain makes everything a little bit slicker. Case and point. Omasanya gets away with one there. Wheaton Shop, Selden, dispossessed. Teneda, Vermeulen. Has Champagnol and Popkovitz. Just skips off the touch. Popkovitz. Cardoso. Dispossessed. Teneda, Afif. And Ford. Pierre Lewis is wide. Instead finds Teneda, who checked into the pocket. Great continuing pressure from Teneda. Champagnol trying to get a touch. Wheaton Shop trying to get a touch. Steinleder trying to get a touch. Finally comes into Philpott's feet. Yang. Wide it goes. Can they find a cross in? Wheaton Shop is alone at the back stick. Philpott is up and takes that one out of the afternoon air. Quick distribution. Lima is there first. Atamang. Mel Pierre Lewis. Gets away from Lima. Vermeulen. He's up. Atamang. Omasanya has stayed down. Mel Pierre Lewis is the intended recipient. Lima maintains possession. Omasanya, referee is tending to him. Kuttner can't get to it perhaps though on the back end. And Sasane is high of the mark. And now Ezekiel Omasanya can receive some attention. So Best to distribute. Letting it bounce and collecting is Champagnol, who sends it right back where it came from. Skipped off the head of Atamang. And Sasane is wide of Kuttner. And Sasane now runs at the defense and Yang. Sane on his left foot. Can he put the ball in? Yes, he does. It's right into the path of Kuttner. But right in front of him is Rashawn Best. Really tight defensive line from New York International to start. Popkovitz rises. Catches the foul as well, does Elliot Popkovitz. Both of these teams have quite a few winter signings. Atamang's going to get on the end of this one. Does he have some help? He's got Kuttner, who takes a touch forward. A touch is just too much. Second New York International kind of setting up in a 4-2-4 with Sane and Pierre Lewis joining the front line. Afif Here is Pierre Lewis. Tries, oh, he's just caught on his heel there, trying to flick on for Afif. Now Wheaton Shupp. Teneda recovering his position well. Beautiful pick out across the face of goal. Trying to skate into the box, does so. Selden drags it just wide. Jaden Selden wearing the number 9 in the middle of the park. That was a great pick out from Adrian Wheaton Shupp all the way across to Viveros. Laid it kindly for Steinletter, who gave it up in kind. And a first opportunity for CPR. That's a beautiful flick on by Kuttner for Sane. Tries to find Atamang with a back run from Pierre Lewis. And it's all Lima can do to get it away from one of the most prolific scorers the Cosmopolitan Soccer League has ever seen. Yet to place a stamp on the APSL, but I would not put it past the young winger to make that happen sooner rather than later. Sane makes the long jog over from the far side.
There you go. Step back for a second.
Here is the corner. Curling for Rashawn Best, has no other choice but to parry it downwards. Clears away by Lima. Teneda goes wide for Popkovitz. It's a great touch from Popkovitz. And encouraged by the touch, goes for the audacious, spectacular effort. And it comes to another goal kick for CPR. It has been a game played on this side of that red line that you see right there marking. Oh, but here, a missed touch. Sees Wheaton Shupp in possession. Skating towards the center. Towards Yang. Viveros' throw gives it up for Yang. Wheaton Shupp. Yang again. Kills the play dead with a foul on Yang. Jaden Selden to take. Omasanya will join the treetops. So too will Cardoso. Philpott trying to organize his 18. Little too much on that to trouble New York International. Quickly sent in for Teneda. Miscommunication there between Teneda and Pierre Lewis, but Sada Fief on the side cleans things up for New York International. Selden. They recollect. Pierre Lewis. Can he get away? Yes from one. Yes from two. Still Pierre Lewis. Now he can drive. Tries to go through that little gate for Sane. Good step from Champagnol. Referee says nothing wrong. Freddie Atamang wants Pierre Lewis on the run. Pierre Lewis wanted it to feet. Neither get what they want, and instead CPR get a goal kick. Reminder, CPR sit in 12th and dead last in this division, which would see them automatically relegated into the Cosmopolitan Soccer League First Division. With a result going Nyak's way, that increasingly likely as the weeks roll by. Quick distribution, Wheaton Shupp. And there's the wetness of the pitch. It actually works out to his advantage. Distributes, Selden. Selden in the 18 now. Skating towards the center, still Selden trying to tee one up for himself, does so. Aaron Ford is right there. A cement wall of Irish making. The ball out for Kuttner, who will give chase if there's about 10 more yards on the pitch. He's got it. But instead it's Rashawn Best who can collect and distribute. Cardoso. Franciosa. Back for Best. Here comes the press. Yeah, Atamang probably should have seen that was the only option, taking it away. Here's Lima. Great touch there from Selden. Francioso tries to send it for Viveros. Popkovich is there. Lets Viveros gets the touch. Is that... Oh! Skates off of Philpott on the follow-up. Vermeulen is in front of the shot. Gets it away only as far as Yang. CPR still in possession and starting to look dangerous. They've had a few opportunities going forward. Can they create a third? Here's Lima. Little bit delayed, that ball. It was intended for Tim Williams. The run came, but played it as the run stopped. Teneda under heavy pressure. Afif, Pierre-Louis. Throw for the Lions. Teneda's throw for Kuttner. He'll get it again. Atamang flicks it on. That's lovely. And one touch back from Pierre-Louis into Kuttner. Tries to get his body across the ball. Does so. And Lima plays it off Kuttner for a goal kick. Kuttner disagreeing. Goal kick is the result. Ford winning the first ball. Lima will let it skate out. Steinletter. Clip ball over. Wheaton Shupp is offside. Good spot there from Philpott to raise the arm. Well spotted there from our second assistant referee on the far side. Champagnol. Afif in the sixth, playing 1-2 with Champagnol, who receives again. Sane for Popkovich. Trickles out of bounds. Atamang. Kuttner. Wide it goes for Pierre-Louis. Teneda on the overlap. Oh, just a little bump there. Smartly done. Oh, Teneda got a touch too. But that little bump from Wheaton Shupp on Pierre-Louis. Just to disrupt the pass ever so slightly. That's a breakdown in the press. Wheaton Shupp has remained onside. Wheaton Shupp across the box, cleared unconvincingly by Champagnol. It does find Ford. Here's Afif. Pressure coming. Didn't read it. Francioso. Yang. Francioso again. Viveros. All the way back it goes for Cardoso. Omasanya. Lima. Omasanya, who continued his run. Love when a center back tries some skill. Given away. Wheaton Shupp has it on his right foot. Wheaton Shupp! Adrian Wheaton Shupp can do it. It is launched from a separate county and just past the outreaching arm of Philpott. The Lions find themselves down 1-0 here in the first half. to a long-range sniper effort from Adrian Wheaton-Schupp. And seemingly against the run of play, it's only CPR's third or fourth convincing attack. Now the Lions need 2 to come away with the 3 points that they have been desperately looking for this entire spring season. Off the referee, no longer considered a blade of grass. Tactically today, decisions will be made by Alex Johnston, who is filling in as head coach for New York International. Pretty sure his contributions will include, oh, that's a beautiful turn. We'll get back to Alexander Johnston in a second as Atamang wins a throw. Johnston, of course, an accomplished striker in the Metropolitan Soccer League teams. Afif. Trying to combine with Teneda. Selden wins the throw. Selden again. Wins it right back, once again off Afif. Omasanya. Kuttner giving chase. Best just gets it away ahead of the striker. The press from New York International has been convincing. It's an illegal throw. Once again, the pressure from Williams gets to Afif. All ball, that challenge. That was well done. And again to distribute. Vermeulen, Sane, Popkovits. Sane now. He's going to be very flexible in his positioning. He has played center mid, center back, now left wing today. Pierre Lewis. Here's the music, sets about with his dancing shoes. Earns some space to distribute for Champagnol. Gives the universal on-you-go high poke of the finger. Popkovits pokes it free. Vermeulen now with room to run. Maurice Vermeulen, why not test one, Maurice Vermeulen? High of the horizontal white stripe. Ahmed Abatsa has joined New York International. We'll see how long it takes to get the Egyptian center back into the match. Aaron Ford winning the first ball. Lovely touchdown from Afif right into Vermeulen, who distributes for Popkovits. Here is Sane now. Sane lovely to get away from 2 defenders. Atamang to feet for Kuttner. Here goes Christoph Kuttner with a burst of pace. Christoph Kuttner controls it on the end line. Oh, he had Vermeulen. It just came off. Looked like the outstretched leg was that Omasanya to disrupt the cross. Here is Kuttner again. Lovely little bits of one touch. Into the middle it goes, finding Afif. Afif dispossessed there. Trying to over-choreograph, seemingly. Ford. Here is Ford again. Ford. Beautiful touch, Pierre Lewis. Trying to find Atamang. Omasanya gets the better step though, and now Here is the goal scorer, Adrian Wheaton-Schupp. A turn through the middle, and away goes Steinletter. Steinletter releases for Viveros. Viveros has remained onside. Referee plays advantage. Viveros goes behind the goal with his cross. Comes to nothing more than a goal kick for New York International. Played short. Afif. Again, a giveaway from Afif. This time it was intended for Sane. This is Yang. Yang! Oh! Rattles the woodwork. Does Yushan Yang. And rattles the spirit of the Lions in kind. It was a dream start in the fall for New York International. And the spring has brought nothing but rainfall. See what I did there with the weather today? Woo-hoo! I still got it. Philpott pushing his numbers forward and centrally. So it'll fall just about at midway point. Williams with the first ball won. Popkovich the second. And now bouncing around, controlled by Yushan Yang. Ford in front of the pass. This ball is just nobody's best friend today. Looked like two handballs as it bounced up. Atamang. Sane. Afif. Pressure coming. Great turn from Afif. Taneda. Kuttner tries to skip it for Pierre-Louis. Right between two. Wow. Afif, another really great sliding effort. Interrupts possession. Oh, beautifully done by CPR to find more triangles than Pythagoras could ever dream of. Now it's Adrian Wheaton-Schupp. Cheeky little ball. It's there. But Vermeulen is there ahead of it. Francioso stings the gloves of Philpott. But the goalkeeper has done so well to deny a second. Here's Lima. He'll try one from distance. Actually tried to find Williams on the run. Philpott will go long. Cardoso wins. Vermeulen is there to receive off the header. Wide it goes for Popkovich. Afif. Tries to clip one over for Kuttner. What a touch! And this is where Kuttner works his magic on this near side with someone to bully off the ball. Had two to contend with, wins a throw deep in CPR territory. Well, Gary Philpott doing his best to remind you that our Save of the Month competition is live on our Instagram as that ball falls into the hands of Rashawn Best. Take a peek at halftime as we bring you the contenders for Save of the Month. And then afterwards, head over to our Instagram at Game and Frame to vote on who you think should be our Save of the Month. Again, that is a competition live on our Instagram. Your comment matters. I believe that voting should close tonight at around 10, so you've got some time. Just make sure you get over there. Get it done while you can. Taneda, who's floated all the way across the pitch. Sane. Can Sane win anything? No. Play on, says the referee. That one does earn a wave of the flag. Popkovich. With Taneda on that far side playing kind of as a fullback. There's only one available central player. Now he's into the center, but it looks like he's trying to get his rotation back. Vermeulen, the only center mid. There's Teneda now making himself available. But the midfield for New York International is just so clogged up right now. CPR are really choking everything up, making it difficult for New York International to get anything through the middle. Here's Selden driving at Teneda, gives it up for Wheaton Shupp, who does look offside. We will play on to this point. Williams raises it above the frame of goal. And it has been a CPR affair since the opening goal of the match. Philpott on the goal kick once again. Atamang flicks it on, gives Pierre-Louis something to chase that. Away goes Mel Pierre-Louis. That one falls for Kuttner, trying the back heel to get rid of it. Kuttner across the face of goal. Cardoso on the ball, pokes it through the middle. Francioso spotted the run of the number 9 Selden. We will have a redo of the throw. Teneda goes once again for Mel Pierre-Louis. That's really well done and a great touch from Atamang. Pierre-Louis dazzles and amazes. Does come for a throw-in. Teneda, Afif, and once again, New York International are pushed back. Afif dispossessed by Selden again, and Selden pass forward, trying to recover. Selden 1v3 has Viveros, his help. Viveros catches a little bit of a well-timed shoulder from Sane just to disrupt the shot, takes some of that venom out of it. Now Popkovitz, about 30, 40, 50 yards on his run. Finally, Cardoso steps in, pokes it free. Oh, that dazzles. That's beautiful. That's clever. And Champignon with a great touch. Here's Wheaton Shupp. Can he find another one? No! That's a well-timed, perfectly executed art of defending challenge from Popkovitz. When are we going to get defensive play of the month? That's something that's got to be the next thing we add. Goal of the month, save of the month. Some of these sliding challenges that we see across these leagues, whoo-wee, deserve their own little call out. Teneda. Atamang has played really great hold up. Kuttner remained onside. Kuttner now will try and contend with Yang. Does so well, but it's the follow-up. Cardoso. Corner for International. Up comes Aaron Ford for the Lions. Kuttner and Atamang will also be targets. Cardoso will be marking Ford. Has to be one. Kuttner! Vermeulen. Just gut reaction stuff from all of CPR to deny that. Do have something to bring you from back in the opposite box, but here is Selden across the box. Wheaton Shupp Adrian Wheaton shot for his second. And that is a golden opportunity. Turn to lead. Adrian Wheaton Schupp goes reverse alchemist. And now Christoph Steinletter of CPR. Looks like he blocked that shot with the most intimate of available options, and they'll just need a second to recover. He will play on, of course, but deserves a breath for that defensive action. So after squandering the golden goose chance, it is a goal kick for Philpott. Champagnol. Kuttner, the intended, instead will fall for Vermeulen off the header from Yang. Here is Kuttner now. Tries to skate inwards. 3 defenders for company. Selden. Viveros on the run. Popkovich nods it only into the path of Wheaton Schupp. Here is Adrian Wheaton Schupp again. Into the middle it goes for Francioso. Yushan Yang. Popkovich for company. What a challenge that is! Elliot Popkovich this half. A performance that deserves its flowers. Ford can't connect with Pierre-Louis. All the way it goes for Best. An apt name for this first half. Omasanya. Great ball. Steinlettner. Ford does well to at least interrupt the possession. Sané takes over possession. Pierre-Louis. Atamang keeps it inside well. Sané. Oh, beautiful ball for Pierre-Louis. Can he find Kuttner? Yes, he does. Christoph Kuttner drags it wide. Incredible effort. Sané tucking into the middle. That's the key. Like I was saying, they've added, when Sané comes in, then they add that third person in the middle just to bounce it off of. Changes the complexion of the midfield so much. But will he stay there is the question. Looks like he will, at least defensively. It's kind of an unbalanced shape, though, for New York International. Popkovich rises. Achamang rises. The fall for Yang. Viveros, not a convincing touch. So out for a New York International throw. Kuttner. Sané. Off the head of Afif. Atamang tries to give for Pierre-Louis. Pierre-Louis is going to find the ball. Omasanya now, his company. Still Pierre-Louis trying to dance with the ball. Gives it up for Afif. Man coming. Sané turns. Oh, it's another great intervention from Selden through the middle. Throw in for CPR. Lima limping forward. Taking a second to recover and does so. There's no way he's wearing shin guards. Taneda catches the foul. Afif drives it towards Vermeulen. Another great intervention from Popkovich. Sane with the bump against Steinleitner, who still comes away with the ball, gives for Williams. Williams tries to drag it across the face of goal. Ford is there with the back foot to disrupt it. Headed on by Champagnol. Comes again for Wheaton-Schupp and Selden. Jaden Selden has Williams wide. Tries to go it himself. Can't get past the Dutch midfielder Vermeulen. Now Achamang. Williams on the ball again. Champagnol, great disruption. Now we'll try and maintain possession. Popkovich gets in front of Viveros. Wins the foul and the free kick. One storyline to pay attention to. Suleiman Jallo, formerly of New York International, joins the ranks of CPR. We will see if Sully gets into the match perhaps in the second half. But here, right now in the first, is Pierre-Louis! Oh, just in front of Kuttner. Johnston and Philpott on the defensive side for International are just conversing tactics, trying to find the right combination of personnel and play style to get back into this match. The scoreline remains 1-0. Sane. Cardoso. Convincing clearance all the way back to the New York International defensive third. Here's Teneda, collects. Afif. Kuttner. Kuttner can't maintain. Omasanya, probably the strongest player he's had to deal with. Kind of taking away that signature move from Kuttner so far. A lot of match still to be played. Viveros. Popkovich for company. Great challenge there from Champagnol. Throw for CPR. It's a lot of flexibility from CPR. You look where Wheaton-Schupp's starting position is, and look where he's making a recovery jog from. Ball ping-ponging back and forth through the air. Now Francioso. Trying to spin and turn against three International defenders. Pierre-Louis. Off of him for a throw. Williams. Here's Selden. Spin the boogeyman in the middle for New York International. Just anything that someone thinks that they have some space to turn, takes it right away. Goal kick. Philpott looking for someone to collect quickly. It will be Champagnol. Sane. Weighing options. Will it be Popkovich? Yes, kind of. Whoa. Popovich tries to, in the WrestleMania spirit, Irish whip Yang into the turnbuckles. There's levels to that joke, by the way, because it's WrestleMania weekend. It's also, as I said in the pre-show, very Irish weather right now, so it's a layered joke, that one. Speaking of layers, we're in the midfield with New York International. It's a great turn from Pierre-Louis, catches a little clip to the ankle. Nothing doing, says the referee. Atamang maintains the pressure. Viveros leaves. Selden. Ford's such an expert at just playing that no-nonsense, like, all-business center back. Williams tries to flick on Viveros, the recipient, touched back from Teneda for Philpott. Long it goes, Vermeulen with two hands on outstretched arms to the back. I mean, that's laws of the game, should be, but it won't be a yellow card. Afif goes searching for Kuttner. Yang controls. Afif. Afif got it back to Philpott, who will play for his strike partnership. Kind of splits the difference between them. Great step there from Sané. Sané's going to play a big part of this match for New York International. He is kind of their Iron Man, playing who knows how many minutes this season, but consistently available. And you know what they say, the best ability is availability. Viveros contending with Teneda. Teneda holds him up well enough. Pierre-Louis, body between Viveros and the ball. Wins the free kick. Philpott on the ball now. Cross goal it goes to Champagnol. Oscar Champagnol. Kuttner. Touch is just too large. Gives it up for CPR. Back in possession. Rashawn Best. I know those are earrings, but I swear for a moment I thought that those big white spots in his ears were AirPods, which would be, I don't even know if it would be the wildest thing I've seen in New York grassroots soccer. Be up there. Really great spell of possession there from CPR comes to an end. Philpott. Oh, Ford. Wet pitch, maybe. And the final few passages of play in this first half. Adrian Wheaton-Shop remains the difference maker in this first half. Champagnol clears his lines. And that will draw our first half to a close. The score line ends 1-0 to the red of CPR. New York International with some encouraging moments. It's the final third where they're needing to find their presence and their connection. We will see if they are able to do so in the second half of action. I want to take this moment to thank Umbro for their sponsorship. Head over to umbroteam.com. You can design your own team kit. It'll be designed by you, produced by Umbro's premium quality. an amazing service that they are now offering. Take advantage over at umbroteam.com, our sponsor for this match. Also want to let you know that this match is one of many that we have on Game and Frame programming. You can also take a tune into Ledos and Lansdowne, Hoboken, and these New York International FC Lions. The Pan-Cyprian Freedoms versus Zoom Schneider. All these matches and more, all on Game and Frame in the next week or so. You can also head over to our Instagram at Game and Frame for our weekly slate of action. Folks, we're going to be right back. Make sure to stick around, watch the Save of the Month candidates, and then head to our Instagram to vote. Come back for the second half of action. A 1-0 affair so far between the Central Park Rangers and the New York International FC Lions. We're going to be right back from Roosevelt Island, so stick around.
Head to his center midfielder. The shot is an immaculate save by Nikčević. Unbelievable athleticism.
On his left foot, gets it back to his right, lays it off. Here's the hit, blocked in front. Second time asking Goransky. Goransky makes 2 saves on the bounce. I think one came off his head. A third save from Goransky. The fourth is offside. The fourth is offside. Goransky, my goodness. What a run of play from the VE goalkeeper. That was incredible.
Whips it in towards Teodorescu. Looks like it might come off a hand. Comes to Teodorescu again. Sublime save by Dimopoulos. That was creeping its way into the near post, and Dimopoulos with an acrobatic save.
Before once again lifting it up for Turnbull. It lands for Chetty. Oh my! Back of the net, right above the crossbar it went.
Wide open player, possible shot incoming, does get a shot, and then a great save from Louis from West Town again. Corner kick has been awarded, but a brilliant shot and a great save again from the West Town goalkeeper.
Campos finding Pradera. The West, who puts it on target, but a massive save onto the bar. A heroic save.
Cross Lorenz cross. Ooh! What a save!
From soccer fields across the USA to the legend
Welcome back here to Roosevelt Island. Game and Frame is bringing you exclusive coverage of this APSL Metropolitan Conference match between New York International FC and the Central Park Rangers. They take the field in red, do CPR, and will be attacking from the left to the right for this second half. One substitution to bring you attention to. We have Eric Teneda, who was the starting right back for New York International. He has made way for Ahmed Abatsa, normally a center back, but it looks like he will be added to a now three-man midfield, as Kuttner can't get all the purchase on that touch. But it is a now three-man midfield featuring Abatsa, Maurice Vermeulen moving his way over to the right back. And New York International will hope that that is the winning recipe, or at least the game-changing recipe. 1-0, the score going into the break to the CPR advantage. Both teams will be looking to find their touch early here on this rain-soaked pitch. CPR skating into the box, and as if on cue, that ball with just a little bit of sting and slide on it. Philpott parries it. Does pounce on it though, as Vermeulen caught some kind of a knock. The New York International collective over with Vermeulen to assess. Does look like he is well enough to play on. So here is Philpott. Champagnol. Abatsa. His first touch. Good distribution for Pierre-Louis. Woohoo! That was clever. There he is back on the ball. Abatsa commits the foul. Lima. Williams for CPR. Lima pokes it forward. Champagnol cleans it up at the back. Here's Philpott. Second half beginning the same way as the first. A lot of possession for New York International. Abatsa will set Atameng on a run. Throw for CPR though. Lima will ditch the gloves to tie his shoes. That gives me an opportunity to tell you to head over to our Instagram, because you got a look at our Save of the Month candidates. Now it is your time to vote for Save of the Month. You can check those out again on our Instagram, and under that post, leave a comment, 1 through whatever number it is. I think we have like 10 candidates again this month, excuse me. But head over there, make your voice heard, vote on who you think should be the Save of the Month. Winner receives, I believe, an air case from Salt Athletic. Either way, it's fun to take part. We're a democracy over here at Game in Frame. Oh, not convincing there. That's a handball. Oh, Kuttner might have been in though. Oh, if you're going to call that, there needs to be some bit of repercussion. So it's going to end up just a free kick when Christoph Kuttner was released in behind. I mean, nothing you can do about it now, but
Good luck tonight.
Tough. Okay, so dead ball from a good location for Abaza and Kuttner. Abaza's left, Kuttner's right. Abaza's the one to kind of set it up though. Scoots it forward a tick, cleverly behind the center referee's back. Afif running around the 18. Left for Kuttner. Oh, it does catch a deflection off the wall on its way in. Corner the result for New York International. Ford will stay up. Now they've got the aerial ability of Abaza to help out. Kuttner and Atamang in there. Afif crowds the goalkeeper. That one is high and long of the mark. Tracked down by Popkovich to make it only a throw. Oh, but our center referee calls it for a goal kick. So here is Rashawn Best with his first goal kick of the second half. Popkovich, the winner, out of the air. Nothing doing there. Atamang. That's a great turn from Atamang. Oh, but a great step from Omasanya. Sane. Kuttner. Kuttner inside. Goes outside for Atamang, who has remained onside. Atamang sizing up his options. We'll look for Kuttner. Omasanya with him. Omasanya goes to ground. Kuttner plays on. Goal kick, the call, or a foul, either way. We will restart with a dead ball from Rashawn Best. But that is better looking from New York International. One first by Williams. Ford, that's well done. Ford really laying into his team, saying to call it early if it's yours. And those are some of the finer details which have eluded New York International so far. Great step from Abaza. Pierre-Louis. Man, someone's just got to, like, take the ball, you know? Get a touch. I don't know. Feels just a bit sheepish from New York International. Headed on by Atamang. Away goes Cardoso from Afif. Wide it goes for Williams. Vermeulen interrupts, wins possession back, searches for Atamang. Omasanya back towards Best. Well turned through the middle from Francioso, but it's given up here. Pierre-Louis slips and recovers it. Afif, Abaza, Mel Pierre-Louis. It's a good turn. Got his hips around the ball well. In the end, it is collected by Rashawn Best. Kind of skipped its way toward him. Lima for Williams. Off the chest of the striker. Collected. Oh, that's another. Oh, my. Okay. Some of these interruptions, sliding challenges from New York International are simply lovely. Atamang now. Sane. Good patience. Popkovitz. Ahead of Kuttner and into the awaiting arms of the goalkeeper. Wheaton Shop. Broken up. Vermeulen. Abatsa. Atamang. A little too cheeky there. Viveros. Yang. Yang has time. They're giving him a lot of room. Selden. Jaden Selden stings the palms of Philpott once again, who parries it well. Protects his near post, does his job. The four in front of him, though, failing to do theirs in convincing fashion. It's a corner for CPR. Here is the in-swinger. No one's ball initially. Cardoso. Wheaton Shop. Can't get away from Atamang. It's a throw for CPR. Into the 18 it goes for Williams. Sane. Kuttner. Scoops away from Cardoso. Wow, yep. There were two on Kuttner. The first from Cardoso, the referee played on. This one for Franciosa. Referee has decided he's seen enough. That's how you have to deny Kuttner there. So from the set piece, it will be Sane. And Sane. Curling, Kuttner! Atamang! Atamang again! Wide of the mark. Tries to go quickly for Williams. Williams wins it in the air. Sane there first. Clever little flick there. Vermeulen. Sane. Slips on his delivery for Kuttner. Kuttner against Yang. Yang gets the head ahead of Kuttner's foot. Viveros. Franciosa. Well done there to disrupt possession. Abatsa. They do find it the other side though with Lima. Here is Lima. Well turned through the middle. Sane put him off just enough. Atamang momentarily dispossessed, but does catch something like on the back of the ankle. Abatsa will float one over the top to fall kindly for Kuttner. Off of Kuttner for the goal kick. It's a great pick out from the center midfielder. Here is Rashawn Best. Must win. Ford got his head to it first. Viveros, Yang. Sane, good step there. Did look like Sane got a little bit of a rollover on the ankle, and now he is being just a little bit tender with that step. Sane will receive off the head of Afif. Kuttner now. Sane. Popkovitz. Lacking options. Sane tries to give it right back. Throw in for CPR. Back for Best. Abatsa. Pierre Lewis. It's a great pick out. Mel Pierre Lewis! Reintroduced to the team. Reintroduced to the score sheet. New York International have drawn level and found parity. Abatsa brought in for the second half after arriving late for traffic. Picks out a beautiful ball into the run of Mel Pierre Lewis. He has been a long-standing member of this pack of Lions. He is back with the team, back on the score sheet, and back to level footing. And now New York International can go chase a winner. Yang. Yuchan Yang. It's back with Mel Pierre Lewis now. Inside out he goes. Atameng. Abatsa. Sane. Tries to clip one for Kuttner. Just a little bit underpowered that pass. Great step there from Saad Afif. Kuttner will drive at the defense once again. Christoph Kuttner gets through. Tries to play one for Atameng, who held his position. Had he gotten his motor going a little bit earlier. Here is Freddie Atameng. Pierre Lewis. Delicate little touches between the two. Now Abatsa. Atameng. Oh, just off the thigh of Vermeulen. Gieran Lindfield for New York International, readying himself for an introduction within the next few minutes.
We're 15 in.
Pierre Lewis, just dispossessed. Williams hasn't had the most convincing touches the last few opportunities. Popkovitz for Atameng, who the referee has judged to be offside. Seemed like he was step for step with his defender. Regardless, the far-sided flag was raised. That will end the attack for the Lions. Referee has judged that one against Aaron Ford. Both teams readying their first sets of changes. Owen Morgan is, looks like he might be headed in. Cameron Bonfils as well. A long-standing striker for the CPR Rangers. Here's the distribution from that dead ball. Off the head of Cardoso for a New York International goal kick. This would be a vital point for CPR. They would rather like 3, but anything to start building some momentum this spring season. 6 straight losses to begin the spring versus Hoboken, Greek Americans, Pancyprians, Richmond, Doxa, and Nyack. To be fair, Hoboken, Greek Americans, Pancyprian Freedom, top 4 teams. Richmond, a top 6 team. Doxa, a top 5 team. New York Athletic Club, that's the one that really stings, because that's a team that you're chasing for the relegation battle. New York International, to their credit, Otamang for Pierre Lewis. Just clipped forward by Vermeulen. New York International also searching for their first win of the spring. Losses to Pancyprian Freedoms, Doxa, Nyack, and Lansdowne. Draws versus Zoom and the New York Greek Americans. Last time these two teams played was November the 16th, Sane, Popkovitz. Good idea. It was a straight-on effort there, but just couldn't find the frame of goal. The last time these two played each other was November the 16th in a 2-2 draw. Sharing the spoils so far this match as well. Cameron Bonfils to be introduced first for CPR, as Elliot Popkovitz just gets an outstretched leg on that one. Philpott, Cardoso just puts a boot out at that one, says, that's going nowhere. Kuttner's chasing. That will bring Tim Williams off the pitch for Bonfils. Throw will change hands. CPR finding just the barest outlet. Abatsa. Sane re-raises the ball, and Afif trying to win the ball off his foot. He will go into the book for the yellow card, but immediately hands to the air going, yep, that's on me. Here's the second change for CPR. Owen Morgan will enter the match. Very technical central player. And it looks like he will replace Franciosa. So Morgan and Bonfils will be the first pair of changes this match. Bonfils is the target. Viveros. Popkovitz gets the better of him. Vying for possession are Viveros and Popkovitz. A little too tenacious that time for Viveros. Champagnol for Kuttner. Well touched from Kuttner. Disappointed in himself there. Cardoso. Kuttner will give chase and will give press. It's a free ball in the middle. Afif. Pierre Lewis. Morgan disrupting the cross before it has a chance to become effective. Otamang flicks it off of his right boot. Lima the throw. Back for Omasanya. step there. We'll send it back towards the CPR back line. Popkovich one out of the air. Abatsa brings it to ground. Popkovich back for Philpott. Philpott sends it for Kuttner. Well touched. Atamang is, well, he'll receive it. Plays the ball for, oh, it's well weighted as well. Here goes Pierre-Louis going to work. Tandy Dazzle, it's a double for Mel Pierre-Louis. And it's a lead for New York International. It is another beautifully weighted ball for the winger, this time courtesy of Freddie Atamang. And the run could be timed with a Swiss watch. Mel Pierre-Louis, the reintroduction has been sensational. Took a spell in the USL before returning to the team he can call home. Welcome back to Mel Pierre-Louis. New York International is happy to see you. Abatsa. Just holding up well. Popkovich has some space. They're allowing him to keep going. Here's Kuttner. Kuttner wins the throw. A little bit of a stick in that challenge from Cardoso. Sun's starting to peek its way through. Might start to dry up affairs just a little bit. Give everyone a little tighter of a touch. Atamang holding off Yang well. Sane! Enza Sane! Oh, it didn't even look like it was going to challenge the keeper at all, but it just dropped out of the air like a lead balloon. Beautifully weighted. But now away comes CPR, sweeping it across for Selden. Viveros once more into the middle. Wow, look at how many are behind the ball for New York International. Atamang. Morgan pokes it free. Kuttner starts to drive at Yang. Yang does well, though, with the striker. Morgan. Omasanya. Owen Morgan. Oh, what a beautiful pick out and a great touch. Jaden Selden will run at Popkovich. Popkovich has had everyone's number so far. Selden, aware of that, pulls it back. Omasanya away from Atamang. And now skating through the middle. Good step from Champagnol. Champagnol back on the ball. Releases for Kuttner. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Away goes Christoph Kuttner. Off to the races. Christoph Kuttner. Freddie Atamang. Just has to work a shot himself. Atamang. Just seems like his engine might be running dry. Another substitution here. And here is the introduction of Suleiman Jallo, a familiar face to the New York International Lions. Garen Linfield also about to join the fray, likely for Freddie Atamang. CPR trying to clear their lines. Bonfils. Viveros tries to search out the goal scorer, Wheaton Shop. Philpott, though, is hot off his line. Philpott will invite the press. Just under it was Kuttner. And that will push Kuttner to the 9. Ataman with a really great performance. Good hold up from the striker. Now Kuttner has freedom of the back line. Good turn. Bonfils doesn't have enough of the touch on it to get it back to Selden. Linfield can give chase. Morgan. So patient. Cardoso. Omasanya. Given away, but recovered. Lima. Given away again. Abatsa has stayed on the ground, grabbing at that Achilles. Still on the ground is Abatsa, but still moving forward is CPR. Well poked free from Ford. Abatsa recovered. Oh, no, I guess he didn't. I thought he recovered his line. Morgan. Away from Kuttner. Omasanya. Ford. What a resurgence for Ford. Offside on Bonfils. But he was called up from the CSL squads and just has made this defensive line his own. Baby on the way as well. That Ford, the junior, his first words are going to be, Lino! Guarantee it. Afif. Tries to flick for Kuttner. Needed a little bit more backspin on that just to kind of float it. Abatsa with a great takeaway. Pierre-Louis. Pierre-Louis with a burst of pace into the middle. The ball goes. Omasanya interrupts. Can't connect there with Lima, and it will be a throw. Sane collects. Champignon back for Philpott. Linfield on, it goes. Morgan. Viveros. Morgan. Morgan into the middle. Receives again. Vermeulen gets ahead of the ball intended for Wheaton Shop. Kuttner for Pierre-Louis. Mel Pierre-Louis, another good burst of pace. Omasanya gets ahead of it. Cardoso back for Best. Given away cheaply there. Pierre-Louis takes Omasanya wide, finds Kuttner. Just kind of a cursory flick at it from the striker. Pierre-Louis down, and that will end his involvement. He gives the twirl of the fingers. Here is Jallo. Sully Jallo puts the ball in. Champignon Takes away. Morgan. Abatsa in front of it. Linfield with Viveros. Viveros on the ball. Ball trickles out of bounds, and that will bring the substitutions. It is Sam Urban for CPR to replace Jaden Selden. Matt Vattel will bring Mel Pierre-Louis off the pitch on a very delicate gait. Okay, it does seem like it was just a cramp that brought Pierre-Louis to ground, which is a great sign. Here is Linfield. Garen Linfield driving towards the center. Oh, that's gotta be. Guess it isn't. It's a great spot from Linfield. Omasanya taking the chance away. Here is Omasanya now. Viveros. Pressure coming! And effective. Popkovitz now with the throw. For Kuttner. Afif can't get on to the end of that one. They played out quickly. Omasanya. Morgan. That's a beautiful ball for Jallo. Sully Jallo turns Popkovitz. Into the middle it goes. Ford goes full splits. Takes that away from Bonfils. Viveros. Quickly into the middle it goes. Morgan. Abatsa with a great takeaway. Linfield an option. Sane weighing them all, running out of them. Urban commits the foul on Sane. Or Bonfils, I guess. And so Sane just taking a moment to shake it off. New York International do have, I think, one more sub available to them. Avi Singh, a center midfielder. Philpott tries to get it to Kuttner. Cardoso with him, matched him step for step. Here is Bonfils. Bonfils tries to get it into the middle, but Aaron Ford right there. Urban takes it quickly. Bonfils into the middle. Woo-hoo-hoo. Is no one gonna make note of that child who's just running around behind the goal? It is a goal kick for New York International. New York International really are getting away with taking some seconds off the game. So at what point do you award the corner, right? That's the new rule. Philpott sends it right around midfield. Bounces once, twice, three times. Morgan, great turn. Jallo over the shoulder of Bonfils, who will chase it. Oh, what a takeaway there from Champagnol. Kuttner loses it in the air. So does Cardoso. Morgan for Wheaton Shop. Morgan's passing range is unreal. Here's the first time ball from Kuttner for Abatsa. Just too much on it. The man's used to those college NCAA pitches. Bit more space. Oh, Lima, well done. Great challenge there. Good step from Afif. Abatsa. Vittel tries to return it for Abatsa. Lima there to take it away. Abatsa continues to press. Cardoso for Jallo. Jallo into the middle he goes. Wonderful sliding effort from Sane. Doing a lot of hard work this half is Sane. Kuttner released with some space. The flag stays down. Here comes Christoph Kuttner. Can he work his way in? Yes, he does. Christoph Kuttner! A third for New York International, and that is classic Christoph. Runs down the near side, down this camera side, and just forges his way forward, barreling through like a steamroller, has traded his Columbia Lions for the Golden Lions of New York International, and is making this league his personal playground. It is a cut and paste week after week for the new signing, Christoph Kuttner. Put him in some space, let him bully defenders like they owe him lunch money. Here is Urban. CPR now chasing a game that is threatening to, oof. Jallo, what was he doing there? Just lazy. So New York International have a long way to go before challenging Ledos or Richmond on 21 and 22 points respectively. But they have done a lot this match to keep themselves clear of Vistula and now Nyack. Morgan, Urban, Jallo, Lima. Woo! Hey, bada swing, bada. Champagnol fluffs that one like it's a hotel pillow, but in the end, no danger. Avi Singh will be the next entrant for New York International. Looks like it will be Saad Afif to make way. That is the last available sub for the Lions into the final 5 of the 90. And in comes Avi Singh. Captain band goes to Ford. And here comes the goal kick. 5, 6, 7, 8. Linfield. Morgan somehow sneaks his way through. Vittel, Abatsa holding at his right arm. Kuttner, they'll play on with down a man. And now we'll draw it to a close. Ahmed Abatsa might have been holding his chest. Says he received an elbow to the sternum or something. Away we go. Morgan. Cardoso. 4 minutes left to play here. Popkovich on the takeaway. Ford launches. Vettel from Sané. Sané, what a find! Linfield was the target. Viveros tries to find Bonfils. Bonfils has to track it down. Beautifully done by Bonfils to get away from Vermeulen. Great challenge there from Vettel. Kuttner with a good turn. Omasanya with him. Can he contend with Omasanya, who gets just a little better of a step there? That is a free ball for Popkovich. Linfield will start a run. Sané. Kuttner. Popkovich now. Past Jallo as if he wasn't even there. Jallo, that's a clear challenge and a foul. And he will definitely be going into the book. That's back-to-back involvements from Jallo that are just lazy. Abatsa to take. Looks like he wants it short. Then goes the hand to the sky. Cardoso there ahead of Linfield. A throw in right in the same spot. I mean, they're going through every single ball available. Batsa, Popkovich, Singh, Linfield, Popkovich to find Singh if it stays in. No, just didn't have the right curve on it. Jallo trying to bring it down, gives it away carelessly. Vermeulen. Beautiful pick out for Singh. Viveros wins the throw. Here's Linfield. Why not? Tries to play Kuttner in cutely. But in the end, it's a little over choreographed. Omasane. It's a good challenge there from Popkovich. Had to be done. Morgan to distribute. Everyone up for CPR. Morgan goes to the back of the 18. Aaron up for it. Morgan. Overly tenacious was Abaza. Morgan again. This time it's Viveros. Jallo, we'll see if he's woken up at all. Lima. Morgan. Through the middle he goes. Bonfils. Cameron Bonfils immediately smothered. And that is the final whistle. A first 3 points for New York International of the spring. And a massive statement from the Lions to come from behind, reintroduce Pierre-Louis, and then bring the goal-scoring machine, Christoph Kuttner, into the fray. A well-managed game from Alexander Johnston. I'm sure his halftime talk was something about haggis and Jerry Cinnamon, but in the end it proves effective, and the Lions come away victorious 3-1 on the afternoon. Do stick around. We're going to hear from these Lions in just a moment. Give them their chance at a team talk, and we're going to be right back here on Game and Frame.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And for one final time, welcome back to Game and Frame. I'm standing here with Aaron Ford and Elliot Popkovich from the New York International FC Lions. Gentlemen, first of all, congratulations on the win. It's massive. It's 3 points, the first of the spring season for you. What does it mean in the course of the season?
Look, I think, as you said, there was our first 3 points in the spring. It was well overdue. I think, we've shown we're well able to put a performance like that in. I think the first half we weren't at our best, but we had a big chat at half time, came out second half, really sort of put it on them, I feel, up the ante, and yeah, we deserved 3 points today, I think, just based off that second half performance, and it was a great team performance. Elliot slotted in at left back, doing brilliantly well the last couple of weeks. Good to have him on board, and yeah, just really happy with it. I think, look, we've shown against Lansdowne last week and against the Greeks a couple of weeks back that we can we can hang with these teams. It's our first year in the league, and we want to make our name here and stay here for as long as possible. So yeah, it's a great win. I'm really happy.
So Elliot, one of the kind of things that happens from the winter into the spring is all the new signings coming in. So coming in as one of the newer guys to this club, what's it like working with this group of guys?
Yeah, it was really fun to learn about the history of the club, and also just kind of the environment that we try to foster at our program, and learning how to play with everybody, as well as the identity we have throughout the club was something that I identify with, and I'm really glad I'm here. and yeah, loving it so far.
Amazing. So as you mentioned, going into the break, it was kind of a wibbly-wobbly kind of performance. What was the chat over at halftime?
We just sort of spoke about how, like, in the first half we didn't really put it on them as much as we can, and we did high press, we did well at doing that, but it was in transition where they punished us, so we just needed to put our foot on the ball, calm down, and I think the midfield, Sad, Ensa, Ahmed there, like, really did a great job. And then when you have guys like Mel and Christoph, Freddie up top, you give them the ball and they tend to put it in the back of the net, as they've shown over the last couple of weeks. Exactly, yeah. So it really big win, really happy. 3 points, massive.
Gentlemen, it is your stream to round out. I'll let you have any closing remarks that you'd like.
Can I curse? No, but
you did enough on the field, man. Let us keep it PG.
It's, like, our first year in the APSL, we've really battled throughout the last couple of weeks, and delighted to just cement our place there now. So moving forward, we want more of the same, and yeah, thanks for the coverage.
For sure.
Up the Lions.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I think just having all those guys sub on and make an impact was kind of testament of who we are, and whoever steps on the field is ready to make an impact. So I think it's a good team win for us.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Well done on the field. For Game and Frame, I have been Diego Mijan. Aiden White, Josh Pratt have been the magic men behind, doing everything on the cameras. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out everything else that we've got coming up on our Instagram. Vote for Save of the Month. That's all I got for you. We'll see you next time.